An energy model can be correct and still support the wrong claim. A result may show 180 megawatt-hours per year. But what is it? Screening, an engineering estimate, a measured baseline, or verified savings. 4 claims, 4 evidence requirements. This distinction matters because the number rarely stays inside the model. It moves into a proposal, a capital request, a customer conversation, and sometimes a performance commitment. If the evidence boundary is unclear, a useful early estimate can become an unsupported promise. The problem is not necessarily the equation. The problem is what the equation is being asked to prove. Separate 2 questions. First, where did each input come from? A calibrated meter, an equipment record, an operator interview, a spot reading, or an assumption? Second, what can the complete body of evidence support? One strong data point does not create a mature project claim. A calibrated meter does not establish a measured baseline unless the boundary, time window, operating conditions, and normalization method are also defined. Level 1 screening is for direction. It uses site-readable information, representative factors, and transparent assumptions to decide whether an opportunity deserves further investigation. For compressed air, review rated power and operating hours. Treat loading pattern and system pressure as separate inputs. Then apply a transparent pressure-to-energy assumption. The output can support an opportunity range and a list of data gaps. It cannot support a measured baseline, guaranteed savings, or a verified result. An engineering estimate requires a defensible boundary and calculation basis. Start with compressor power records, control sequences, and pressure trends. Add production schedules, leak survey results, and equipment performance data. The model may still estimate around 180 megawatt-hours per year. The estimate now has a defined scope, stated assumptions, sensitivity factors, and implementation conditions. It can support a preliminary proposal. It remains an estimate, not measured savings. A measured baseline is not just a folder of trend data. The project must define what is inside the measurement boundary, which period represents normal operation, how missing or abnormal data is treated, and which variables require adjustment. For compressed air, production level, operating mode, pressure set point, and shutdown periods may all matter. Once those conditions are documented, we can describe the baseline and the comparison method. But before implementation and post-period measurement, we still cannot claim verified savings. Verified savings require the post-implementation period. The project compares performance under the agreed M and V approach, applies the necessary routine or non-routine adjustments and documents uncertainty and exclusions where applicable. Only then can the result be described as verified, and only inside that defined boundary. A verified compressor system result does not automatically prove a whole site reduction, and it should not absorb demand savings, fuel savings, or recovered heat into one undifferentiated energy number. kWhScan is designed for the work before that final claim. It structures energy systems, records where inputs came from, keeps assumptions visible, separates overlapping measures, and states what must be measured next. It can help a consultant or ESCO turn incomplete facility information into a reviewable pre-audit. It does not turn screening data into verified savings. And it does not replace site measurement, detailed engineering, or formal measurement and verification. Before you defend a savings number, use this 5-point review. First, identify the evidence source. Second, define the boundary. Third, test whether the baseline period is representative. Fourth, state the routine and non-routine adjustments. Fifth, Identify the evidence needed before the claim advances. When all 5 answers are visible, an early estimate can support a decision without pretending to be final. The number may be correct. The claim may still be wrong. Label the evidence level. State the boundary and make the next measurement explicit. That is how a screening result becomes a professional decision tool.